Do you have a disability or you have a child that has a disability? If so, you may want to look into setting up an ABLE account. They are tax-free savings and investment accounts specifically for people with disabilities. In this video, I will share the 5 most important features that you should know about an ABLE account. Now you're probably wondering what exactly are ABLE accounts and why should I care? Let me give you the 3 main advantages of ABLE accounts. Let's say you're a parent and you have a child that has autism. You would want to make sure that your child will be taken care of, right? ABLE accounts can help on the financial side by letting your child grow some wealth. The biggest advantage of ABLE accounts is this. The first $100,000 in an ABLE account is not treated as personal assets. This is important because if your child is receiving SSI or supplemental security income, he cannot have more than $2,000 worth of financial assets. Otherwise, he'll lose his SSI status. And I think you already know that. $100,000 of ABLE account money will not jeopardize your child's SSI status because it will not be counted as a personal asset. The second advantage of setting up and contributing to an ABLE account is you can invest your contributions in stocks or bonds and let it grow. And when it's time to withdraw some of those money, it will be completely tax-free, no federal taxes due, no state taxes due if you use it for qualified expenses. And we'll talk about that a little bit. Depending on the state you live in, you may also be able to deduct either $2,000 or $2,500 of your ABLE account contributions from your state tax return. Not all states offer this feature, but for example, I live in the Washington, D.C. area, and this is true in Maryland and Virginia. Who is eligible for an ABLE account? This is specifically for persons with disabilities, but there are 3 factors that affect eligibility. The first one is age. You will need, or your child will need to have developed a qualifying disability before age 26. The second factor is income. There's actually no income limit to be eligible to contribute to an ABLE account, so all is good in that. The third one is if you're already receiving SSI or your child is already receiving SSI, then you're automatically eligible to open an ABLE account. Otherwise, you'll need to have a compassionate allowance condition. There is a list of conditions that are published by the Social Security Administration. Or you can self-certify. The beneficiary, either you or your child, can self-certify their disability with a signed diagnosis from a licensed physician. The ABLE account can be funded by anyone. This includes maybe you as a parent, family members, friends, or the individual that has a disability. The third feature of an ABLE account is how much can you contribute to an ABLE account? The contribution limit for ABLE accounts in 2022 is $16,000. If you do not have access to a 401k or an employer-sponsored retirement plan, you can actually contribute more than $16,000. You can put a maximum of $28,880 in 2022 without impacting your government benefits, although you do need to make a certain amount of income to qualify for that addition. Now, this additional contribution benefit is actually set to expire in 2025, so make sure you maximize it by then. And if you're finding this video valuable, please do click on the subscribe button. What are my investment options in an ABLE account? The nice thing about ABLE accounts is that it's not just a savings account, it's also an investment account. Most ABLE accounts will have either a conservative, moderate, or aggressive investment option that you can choose from. They will be invested in a mix of stocks and bonds. The most aggressive option that I've seen is it will be invested in about 80 or 90% stocks. The 5th and final feature that you will need to know about an ABLE account is what are the qualifying expenses? So what types of expenses that you can withdraw for to be able to avoid federal and state taxes when you take out money from your ABLE account. These expenses need to be qualified disability expenses. What are those qualified disability expenses? They're actually pretty broad. This can be anything from housing, transportation, education, Everyday living expenses is a qualified disability expense. Medical treatment, assistive technology, a whole host of things.